You guys have seen the draft recap. We're back for UBL Season 7. Let's dive in. Week 1 battle. Here we go. Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here and welcome to our week 1 battle in the UBL, where this week we're going up against Under the Radar, coach of the Maryland Torterra Pins. Link to his channel and all the other coaches will be in the description down below. Definitely go check them all out. Quick recap, if you guys recall, last time we did play Under the Radar, we did get smashed. We got 6-0'd because I made a last minute change to one of the Pokemon on my team, the Hitmon top, that was there to check SD Scizor, and of course, me making that change removed the answer to SD Scizor, and we got smacked. So hopefully that's not going to happen today. Hopefully anything better than not being 6-0'd here is a win for me. So we'll see how we get along. He's got a pretty scary team, and his team, as you can see from here now, consists of the Galarian Darmanitan, the Rillaboom, the Tapu Fini, the Blazion, the Hitmonlee, the Stakataka, the Lantern, Xatu, Garbodor, Guzzlord, and Sandslash. Quickly before I dive into what I think of his team, UBL will be up on Sundays. FIFA battles will be up on Saturdays. I don't think I've made that or clarified that enough in a few of my latest videos, so definitely want to just mention that here really quick. But yeah, his team, he's got the Galarian Darmanitan, which is a massive threat. If anyone hasn't seen Galarian Darmanitan on my channel yet, since we came back, basically he gets this ability called Guerrilla Tactics, where it's a free choice band essentially as an ability. So we have to be very wary of that. Like, he would be locking himself into move in order to absolutely smack us as hard as he possibly can. We see the Rillaboom, we know what that can do. We've seen the Tapu Fini, we know what that can do because we used Tapu Fini recently in FIFA, in our last FIFA season. Blazion is a huge threat. It can actually just smack things up. His Fire Water Grass core is lethal. Absolutely lethal, and it does open up a lot of doors for the Galarian Darmanitan. He's got Hitmonlee to prevent any steel types kind of coming in and just stopping him as well. He's got a lot of really good threats, and Hitmonlee with the Unburden ability, with the dual terrain settlers, very, very, very scary. I'm kind of a little bit annoyed I didn't get that, but it is what it is. Xatu prevents any hazard stacking, and to be fair, hazards on his team isn't great, so him having the magic bounce prevents me from setting up hazards. But yeah, he's got a scary team. But let me show you what we're bringing. So we've had, I had 2 versions of this team, but we're going with the second version because, as my front office pointed out, my first version was very defensive, and I'm not great playing defensively this meta. I'm a really offensive player, so I'm going to stick to that, see how we get along. Our first Pokemon is Led Zeppelin, our Drifloon, holding a Citrus Berry with the Unburden ability. Shadow Ball, Clear Smog, Calm Mind, and Strength Sap is the moveset. I'm bringing enough speed so that when we do get the Unburden ability, we outspeed everything. So everybody, we outspeed, which is fantastic. The touch and defense is to just enable us to eat the hits from Rillaboom a little bit better, and then the rest is all in a special attack. Where can we set up Drifloon? It's right in front of Xatu. We can sit in front of Xatu, I can set up. And the Clear Smog helps me deal with a Calm Mind Tapu Fini as well. I can just Clear Smog any Calm Minds away and not have to worry about Tapu Fini constantly getting a speed, a special attack and special defense boost off the Calm Minds, which is really nice. And the Strength Sap as well, once I get my Unburden boost, it allows me to deal with, say, Rillaboom a little bit, by nerfing that attack style a little bit, the Hitmonlee, stuff like that, helps me just kind of nerf those little threats a little bit. And then the Shadow Ball, you look at his team, other than Guzzlord, Shadow Ball absolutely smacks. So hopefully we can see it do a little bit of work. Next up, I'm bringing Freya at Tapu Lele, rocking out with Psychic, Focus Blast, Calm Mind, and Substitute as a moveset. The EVs, very standard, max speed. We have to speed tie the Darmanitan, so that's the reason why. But for me, he's got nothing for this thing other than, say, an AV or Special Defensive Stakataka, or something along the lines of maybe a Xatu or Garbodor doing something, well, not Garbodor, but Xatu maybe doing something crazy, I don't know, but he hasn't got too much in the line of things that could take 2 hits from this Tapu Lele, which is absolutely fantastic. So because of that, I'm really of the mindset that I can probably just go in with Lele and really force a switch in and click Substitute, click Calm Mind, and then once we're in the right terrains, I can just, set up Calm Minds and potentially just start smacking our opponent's team around, and hopefully that's the case. And Focus Blast there for Stakataka, hopefully we land that, but if I can get Calm Mind up, then go behind the Substitute, depending on what it switches into, we'll see how it goes, but hopefully it'll do the job. Next up, we're bringing Chard, our Rotom Heat, rocking out with the heavy duty boots, just in case he brings just in case something happens. Just I'm a bit paranoid. Overheat, Full Switch, Pain Spit, and Protect is the moveset. But yeah, I'm bringing the Pain Spit and the Protect. The Protect tech is there to help us scout for the Galarian Darmanitan and the Rillaboom if that thing is Choice Banded, so that's really good. Pain Spit for recovery, and Overheat and Full Switch is our main two offensive moves. I have enough Biz Depth to help us deal with a +2 Rillaboom, and then the rest is for Depth, which basically helps us deal with most Blaze Phaedons other than a Choice Specs Shadow Ball. And that's the reason why we're bringing Tauros this week. I'll get into that in a moment, but that's our Rotom Heat. Hopefully it'll be able to do the business. Next up, we're bringing Puffers, our Quillfish, rocking out the Black Sludge, Solar Stance, Aqua Jet, Poison Jab, and Protect. Crazy EVs here. I'll quickly dive into it. We have enough physical defense so that we don't have to worry about Galarian Darmanitan as much. We have a little bit of speed, just so we can kind of speed creep some threats like the Xatu and what have you. And then the rest is put into attack. We should be able to kind of force a Solar Stance here, maybe potentially on a Rillaboom and such, or when we're in against a Blaze Phaedon, we'd be able to force a switch in there because Tapu Fini might come in, we don't know, but maybe. And then the Protect is this there, again, scouting for that Scarf against like the Galarian Darmanitan, the Rillaboom, that kind of stuff. So hopefully this Quillfish can do a little bit of work. Next up, by Beast, our Lando T, and this is a horrible set, but I'm kind of forced to run it. It's very... I wish I had something really creative, but I was talked out of it because we do need this thing. 252 HP, 252 defense, it is what it is. I need this thing to help us deal with the rock coverage, the rock type coverage that Galarian Darmanitan and Rillaboom may use. Say particularly on Drifloon, on the Rotom Heat. I need to be able to kind of have that sorted. So I kind of need to run max Fizz Def in case I'm dealing with a +2 Wood Hammer from a Rillaboom. Don't really want to be dealing with that. So hence why we're bringing the Lando T here with the max Fizz Def. U-turn, Earthquake are standard moves. Knock off for, again, just because it's one of the best moves in the game in this meta. And Protect, again, scouting for Galarian Darmanitan's move that he's going to knock into. Scouting for Rillaboom's move as well. And lastly, I'm bringing Crete, our Tauros, holding the Life Orb with the sheer force ability. Bioslam, High Horsepower, Substitute, and Endeavour is the moveset. I have enough speed to outspeed the Blaze Phaedon. I have enough attack to... I have 252 in attack. 20 HP in... 20 EVs into HP because I want to have... I maybe have misgen this. Maybe I have misgen this. It should be this. So it should be something like this, right? I want to end on an even number, because by having this on an even number, it gives me a better. It gives me 1 HP more when I take Life Orb Recoil after going down to 25% HP, that kind of thing. It's more so optimization of HP when it comes to subs and Life Orb Recoil. But the idea here is that if we're up against, say, a Tapu Fini, I could just sub behind it a little bit as it tries to break me down, and then Endeavour it so I can break through a Tapu Fini. And then Tauros is able to clean up pretty nicely with Bioslam and High Horsepower. He hasn't got any Pokemon that really like to come into that combination, and I should be able to break through his team. But yeah, that's the team, you guys. Let's get up into the battle. Alright, you guys, here we are in the battle. Our opponent, he's brought Lantern. I had a feeling he would. The Galarian Darmanitan, yeah, absolutely. The Blaze Phaedon, yeah, figured that would come. Probably Specs, Rillaboom. Had a feeling the Stakataka had to be brought, really, for the Tapu Lele. And we have the Tapu Fini as well, which can also be quite a threat. No Xatu. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't bring the Xatu, which makes me a little bit sick that I did not bring Hazards this week, but it is what it is. Who he might lead with here, he might want to lead with the Rillaboom or the Galarian Darmanitan just to see what's going on. He might want to lead with the Lantern as well, which, look, Lantern poses his its own unique challenge to us, to be fair. Now, if he's dealing with Rillaboom or the Galarian Darmanitan, I think that's one of his 3 leads. So I'm pretty sure we can just lead with our Rotom Heat and go with that. The fact that he does not have the fact that Xatu isn't here is a little bit of a nuisance because it just doesn't allow our Drifloom an easy option to pop off. But we could potentially maybe pop off against the Lantern, maybe, I don't know. But it just means we have to find somewhere else where we're going to have to be able to set up Calm Minds. Could be the case where Drifloom is just not viable this game because Xatu I was really certain Zato was going to be coming. Anyways, good luck, have fun to our opponent under the radar. Definitely go check out his channel, link to that in the description down below. And we'll see how we get along. We'll just see how we get along. I'll play play by play. If I want to win this game, I definitely need Lele to just crack open. He does lead with the Galarian Darmanitan, which is not too shabby. He's got no ground type here, although he does have the Lantern. I am going to just click Protect. I want to scout what this Galarian Darmanitan wants to do. If he goes for U-turn, Rock Slide, that kind of thing, I don't really care. He's just going straight up with Draw. Okay. Into Sherman, which is the Lantern. Fair enough, fair enough. Now, Lantern is an issue for us because I kind of didn't really prep for it. I was like, nah, he definitely needs what we can give him regarding he definitely needs words out. He definitely needs Zatu, but it is what it is. I think the best way we can deal with this thing. Do I want it? I don't really want to be taking a Thunder Wave though. That's the problem. It's more likely we're going to be getting scalded here, which is the worst thing possible. I don't really want to find out if he's Volt Absorb or Water Absorb just yet. So I think I definitely need. I need both. I think we have to go into Drift Bloom maybe. Unfortunately, maybe I think so. Well, I want to see what he's going to do. I think Drift Bloom should have enough bulk about him, but we'll go with that. He might go. He doesn't indeed go for the Volt Switch. And we do manage to sponge that, which is nice. I don't see us being able to get our Drift Bloom set up here because we don't have Zatu. I can't really set up on a Zatu, so I'm okay with us kind of burning this now. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. As in comes the stack attacker, which is interesting. I'm going to go for a... Do I want to go for the Shadow Ball here? He will wreck me with a Gyro Ball. Like, that is an absolute bonus, like, undeniable fact. He kills me with a Gyro Ball. Whereas I could maybe go into Lando and pivot around. I think if I want to burn this thing, I could Strength Sap. I think we Strength Sap and just take away a little bit of the. I'll take off the Gyro Ball just a touch. Bring it down to minus one attack. See if I can live one of these hits. We should be. We are back up to full after that. Goes for the Toxic instead. So he's not AV. I'm quite happy to see that. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball here. Just damage off on this thing just makes my life a lot easier with Lele breaking. So getting rid of this thing allows Lele just to do a lot more work as the game goes on. But we'll see what he has. He's going to withdraw. Someone's taking a big hit here. I'm okay with that. He is going to go out into his Sherman, which is this thing. Okay, let me go for the Shadow Ball. We do take a little chunk out of that. We are going to see some lefties there. Now Lantern doesn't get any real reliable recovery, so getting chip off on this thing is nice. As he may have to go for the Volt Switch. We do outspeed, so we're going to be taking a very big chunk here. I'm just going to go for a Shadow Ball. I think just getting damage across the board here on our opponent is probably the best way we can go about it. I've no problem, like again, as I said, burning this Drift Bloom now is fine. We are going to eat this, and we have one more hit then. Depending on what we want to do with that, he might want to go out into the stack attacker one more time, which is understandable. I think we just get damage off. We got the Lantern down to roughly half. Which is nice. In comes the stack attacker one more time. I could go for the Strength Sap and try and preserve a little bit longer, but I don't think it's going to work out. I think we don't live a Gyro Ball here, just because the speed difference is so high. So I think we just go for the Shadow Ball here, just raw Shadow Ball, just get damage off and see what the stack attacker wants to do to us. But we got nice chunks of damage off. It's just unfortunate. We got a little bit off. There is the Stealth Rock. glad I bought the heavy duty boots. So glad I bought the heavy duty boots. Now, as we see the lefties there on the stacker as well. I had Tango on my first team. I'm instantly regretting it now. It's okay. It's okay. We can go out into Lando here very easily. I'd be shocked if we stayed in here. Now I have to ask myself what's more important. Is getting the knockoff more important on a Rillaboom? I think the knockoff is a little bit more important, so I am going to go for it. As we see the withdrawal, who comes in here? Caesar. I'm cool with that. I can lose. This Rillaboom loses item. I can kind of suss out if he's banded or not. If he's banded, I can kind of go for protect this turn and get a little bit of recovery. There's the knockoff. Yes. So he's not going to really have SD here. So I'm leaning a little bit more comfortable going for a protect. Just to get a little bit more recovery off on us. I want to see, and we can kind of scout what he wants to do. He might want to go for U-turn here. And if he does, so be it. But just getting that off is pretty neat. And then Lantern's still a little bit of an issue. Phoenix still a little bit of an issue. But it's okay though. At least as he did elect to stay in there. What did he go for? U-turn or Woodhammer? Knockoff. Okay. Cool. I think we're alright going for a slow U-turn here. Honest, there's not really an item I want anybody to lose. Not necessarily. I wouldn't mind going out into. I think we U-turn out into my Tapu Lele. And hopefully we eat that. Now hopefully we take the knockoff. We U-turn out into Lele. He does go for the Woodhammer. Now we should eat that. He looks like he's adamant. That definitely did hurt quite a chunk. But at least we got him down to the red there, which is pretty slick. That gives me my Tapu Lele here very, very nicely. I cannot see him staying in here because he's banded. He has no clue what my set is. He's just going to see me set up the psychic terrain. Actually, he will see me with lefties here. He is going to see me with lefties. So he may not want to give me the sub. We'll see. A little bit unfortunate, but he does get that knowledge. But he may want to preserve this and go right out into stack attackers. I am going to go for the substitute. I know that the stack attack is lefty, so I'm not too worried about having to deal with some Cobra Berry nonsense. There is the stack attacker coming in there. We know he's got a little bit of chip. He's not overly especially defensive. I'm just going to go behind my sub. And hopefully we can land the Focus Blast. And just put him in a little bit of danger here, really. If we land a Focus Blast, then he has to go out into something to try and break me. And I'm okay with, me being in the psychic terrain and doing a little bit of nonsense. Let me go for the Focus Blast here. Let's see if we can get a kill off on the board. Do we actually land it? Do we get the kill? We do indeed. Stack Attack is gone thanks to Lele. And Staka also managed to snag the Drift Blim as well. Not too bad, not too bad. So we managed to get rid of the Stack Attack. We are behind the sub. It's really good situation here. He's going to have to go out into the Darm or the Blacephalon in order to break us. If he goes down to Lantern, I'm just clicking Calm Mind. If he goes down to Tapu Fini, I'm just clicking Calm Mind and seeing where we get to, because I'm behind the sub. I'm going to get a free hit anyways. It's not a great situation for him. He could go out into Rillaboom just to get the Grassy Glide off and break my sub, but he is going to lose the Rillaboom there. He's effectively going to have to potentially lose a second Pokemon. Regardless of what way he's looking at it, he's going to have to lose a second Pokemon. He looks like he's going to elect to lose the Rillaboom here, which is understandable. Which is totally understandable. He has to figure out what else he had to give up there just to get rid of this thing. I am just going to go for a Psychic. I don't need to do anything too crazy. Just take my kill here while it's available. He is going to go for the Grassy Glide. But that's the Rillaboom gone thanks to Lele, which is marvellous. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. Down that thing goes. Beautiful stuff. Huge threat off the field. We still have the Galarian Darmanitan that is a massive, massive threat to us. So that's obviously still an issue, but we're getting a nice little bit of recovery here thanks to the terrain and such, which is nice. Next, I definitely am seeing the Blaze coming in here potentially, which is very scary. Very, very scary. Pennywise, that is definitely the Blaze Phaleon, which is a pretty sick nickname, has to be said. I do not want to be in here on this thing. I do not want to be in here on this thing at all. If this thing is Specs and goes for the Shadow Ball, we immediately go out into our Tauros. So we just go out into our Rotom Heat. It's the one Pokemon that does everything. We'll see what he kind of wants to do here based on the damage. He actually went for Overheat. So we're 103 there. So that did 66%. Overheat does 29 to 35. So yeah, he did it. Yeah, he looks like he's a Choice Scarf set, which is not too bad. Which is not too bad at all. I could Volt Switch here and see about that Lantern, but I'm thinking he goes. I think he hard switches here. Well, no, he might not be Choice Scarf here now at all, Irish. So let's just simmer down a little bit. If we go out to Lantern, what happens if we go out to Lantern? It's spooky. But if I can go out into... If I go into Lando T on this Lantern, I can do a little bit of shenanigans. I don't want to go... Yeah, I think we can go out into Lando here. I'm going to be brave. I think he goes out into Lantern. I don't think he stays in here. Yeah, he does. I think he definitely goes out into Lantern. Lantern's this fat special wall here. There's Sherman. Yeah. And we're going to go out into our Lando. Now he may want to just go and take a hit here, or he may want to eat a knockoff. Now who takes the knockoff? It's probably the Tapu Fini. But I know I outspeed. I would rather go for the knockoff and lose Lando so I can get in Lele. And then this thing is broken down. I can just go behind the sub and do a few other bits and pieces. And we're in a really good spot. So I am going to go for the knockoff. If he goes on to Tapu Lele, then so be it. As he does indeed go on to Tapu Lele, I can kind of scout what this thing wants to do to me. As we see the Misty Terrain come up, I'm just going to go for a knockoff, see what the damage is. Again, if I lose this thing here, there's the lefties. Tapu Fini, I'm going to say against my Lando. I'm just trying to figure out what he is, because this thing could be quite scary. If he's a calm mindset, he's terrifying. Like he is really scary. Knockoff. He might be. I don't know. He might be an offensive set, to be honest. I could protect just the scout, but I think we're just getting Earthquake and getting Infini is huge here. So I'm just going to do that. We do outspeed, so he doesn't look like he's overly offensive. There's the Iron Defense. This is a problem here. This is a big problem. There's a couple of ways we can break through this thing. He might want to set up. If I doubt he's got the. I think we just keep going here. Let me think here. Because he might go Calm Mind and then Draining Kiss. Okay, let me have a think. This is an issue, and this is an issue. But we do have the Tauros here for this. How do I foresee? I think we go out into. This is a little bit spooky. I could go out to Quillfish. Try and break through him. He could go for another Calm Mind. I doubt he's sub. I think he needs water type attack. So I'm going. If we get a crit here, we break him. So we'll go for an EQ. I want him to break through me so I can get in Tauros just to endeavor this thing down. That was a pretty nifty hit. There's the Draining Kiss there. That should kill me. I'm okay with that. Like, we're still in a decent enough spot. If I can get any, I think we just keep EQing here, and if I can get Tauros down, we can go from there. I think I could maybe look at getting Quillfish in as well here. Quillfish up against Tapu Fini. How much damage we got leaving him there? Quillfish. I say he's going to have +2 iron defense. Let me say he's 252. He's +1 special attack. He's +1 the def. The terrain is gone, so his Draining Kiss isn't doing as much anymore. My poison jab can do 22. Yeah, I think we can go out into puffers here. I think we can. And I think we could go for an SD. Yeah, I think we go for an SD here. And we should be able to break through this thing. This thing is not overly set up because he's water type attack, Draining Kiss, Iron Defense, Calm Mind. If he goes for an Iron Defense, I just keep SDing and we should be able to break through him. That's the aim of the game here. That's the aim of the game. And we do go for the SD. We do have speed, which is good to see. I want to see what he wants to go for. If he goes for another Iron Defense, then we just kick. He went for the Draining Kiss. That's okay. We do eat that. And I think 2 Draining Kisses should be enough here. Two poison jabs should be enough, if not 1. But we go for the poison jab. He's got nothing that actually wants to take the poison jab, so definitely kind of sucks. We almost did take him down there, but we do get the poison. The poison won't snag him this turn, but it will snag him next turn. I could go for Protect here just to preserve some HP. But at the same time, I think we could just go... I don't really want to go for another SD here, although could I? He's definitely going to have max speed on his Darmanitan, right? So how many SDs do I need to one come with Aqua Jet? It's never going to happen. Okay, fair enough. Sorry, that's level 100. Level 50... Aqua Jet, if I get out to +6s, there's a chance, but I think if we just have +2, it's enough. I could Protect, just let the Toxic do its damage. But I also don't want to reveal it. I could click SD. I think we're just clicking the Poison Jab is fine. Just getting rid of this thing is just A-okay, I think. Just getting rid of this thing. And down it goes. Beautiful stuff. Down goes the Fini, which was a massive threat. Massive threat. Was not a fan of that thing knocking around at all. Like, not one bit. I still need to keep this Quillfish around for the Galarian Darmanitan. So that's still very, very scary, but I still have Rotom Heat for the base Phaleon. Fantastic. In comes Frozone, which is the Darmanitan, which I'm so worried about. I am going to click Protect. I want to see what you're going to lock yourself into. If you switch out, that's fine. But I'm protecting. I'm gonna just give myself a little bit passive recovery. See who do you predict, and then at that point, then you're gonna like. I can make a read depending on what I want to do. As he goes for Icicle Crash. Beautiful stuff. I don't know if he's banded or not. Let's say he's banded. How much does the Icicle Crash do to me? It does not kill me if he's banded jolly, and which he is, and I have a chance to kill him with the poison jab. I think I take that. Absolutely. She's going to go for it again here. Barring the flinch, we should kill this thing. Thank you. Because if I don't kill a poison jab, I kill it with the Aqua Jet next turn. That's fine. I get you with the Aqua Jet next turn, and if you go on to land turn, that's fine as well. I'm just going to go for the Aqua Jet. The Quillfish doing the work. Doing the work. I love it. Oh, it's beautiful. But he's just going to let this thing go down, which is fantastic. Beautiful. That leaves base failure on, and it leaves the lantern. If I can keep this thing around for the... We hardly win here. Like, I doubt it, but I don't think... Oh, maybe we do. Pennywise. If you're sashed, then fair play to you. What happens if you are sashed? Who kind of comes in to beat you? Oh, my Tauros does. That's fine. So against Blaze, I just kind of come in here and I just click Aqua Jet all day here, right? Yeah, I don't even think twice. I just click Aqua Jet and then I just go for the. Oh, okay. I see you. So you're obviously water absorb. Oh no, you're not. Okay. Let's just say, just for the argument's sake, right? Let's just say you're 252 Fizz Def, right? I'm just gonna say Impish, right? Just for the cod of it. I'm gonna go for it. It's odd in my favor. I'm gonna go for the poison jab. See what happens. I think we should be able to pick him off. We do indeed. That's the game. Quillfish with a sweep. Holy shit. Holy. Oh my god. Oh my days. Who would have thought when I drafted this thing you would have like, oh, it's like Quillfish, seriously? But I think we get a Quillfish sweep here. Aqua Jet's going to come in, do the work, and that's what you get. Like Tapu Fini was like, oh, this Iron Defense Combine set will work, but that one goes to place Failion, and that's a Quillfish sweep right there, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll take that all day. I will take that all day. GG's to our opponent. We pick up a 1-0. We pick up a 4-0 win. We're 1-0 in the UBL as we start off. That is literally exactly what we ordered, and I cannot complain. That was fantastic. Definitely go check out our opponent. He did sweep us last time with a Scizor when we played in the UBL Season 6. So, you know, I'm kind of glad we got some measure of revenge there, which is good. But yeah, definitely go check him out. Link to him and all the other coaches are in the description down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave your thoughts on how it went in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please click the like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button down below as well. And yeah, I am going to get on up out of here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.